Hello, and welcome to another update video about Rune. Yeah, Rune is now pulling back to this trend line here, yeah, in the blue wave count. We already saw that coming yesterday. In yesterday's video, I think we were just in this move to the downside here. Looking at the microstructure, it looks like a three-wave move down so far, but it could simply be basically an A, B, C structure, which just needs another low. But adding a micro count doesn't make much sense here. They are just too unreliable. I will give you a suggestion. So this here, for example, could have been an A wave down. And then the question is, okay, was this a triangle B wave, or was just this the B wave, and we're now coming down in wave C? You see what I mean? And then, and then we have basically 5 waves down, a 1, 2, 3, wave 4 maybe is triangle, and then a wave 5 down. So one more low in this C wave could take shape, and then this blue wave 4 could be finished. Just be aware that this looks very much like a head and shoulders pattern that could form here. But it would first of all need to come down to the neckline anyway at $4.60. So as long as it's holding that $4.60 level that I indicated, the blue wave count is still a reasonable expectation. And in the blue wave count, it can send us higher more directly to the next Fibonacci extension levels, which, I have to go to the larger time frame. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. Next Fibonacci extensions would be, let me add the 1.5, because that's one that might be respected. Not 0.5. Let's add the 1.5. I thought I had it here somewhere. Okay, let's add that now. So, which might be relevant, that's at $7.25. Yeah, so a break above last week's highs should send us first to $7.25, and then $8.21, $9.81, $12.31. The blue count is very aggressively bullish. However, there's of course the yellow wave count as well, which will have to be considered with a break below $4.60. So that would take us down into the area between $3.14 and $4 and basically $4.60. But if I take a look at the length of the wave 2, it was not terribly long here. So oftentimes the length of a wave 2 and the length of a wave 4 in crypto, they are roughly the same duration wise, but this wave 2 was really, really short in duration. So started on the 2nd of October, finished sort of 10 days later. This one here started only like 4 days ago. So it might go, it depends on the levels really. It also doesn't make a great difference. Key is that I think the support area that I would use is $3.14. If it turns earlier, great. And the idea is to possibly scale in, it's just one possible strategy I can suggest here. If you decide to buy, I think the idea of scaling in can be useful. Scaling into support. We've got a lot of educational material about that on Discord and Telegram for our channel members. Possibly even adding a grid bot when we get a little bit lower might be another option. Yeah, but if the expectation is that it will carry on quite aggressively higher, it might make more sense to, let's say, buy and hold this ready. But just make sure that you have calculated your risk to $3.14, because below $3.14, my assumption is that this chart will lose its impulsive character. It could then still work out as a diagonal, but from an Elliott Wave point of view, we don't really want to trade diagonals really, at least not within diagonals. If I'm here on the 1-day chart, you see that also here previous resistance, that was a bit of a breakout point, wasn't it? Around $3.14 here. So that could add additional structural support to the 50% retracement level. So it's quite funny how the 50% fib level, which is so important for Rune to keep its impulsive character, how that can really how that aligns with that structural resistance and previous structural support. See, we had support here in February and July, so that might add a little bit more confidence to that lower support area there and its ability to potentially hold. In terms of trading, I mean, as I said, you know, scaling is always an option. And I shared with you in previous videos the idea of using 2 moving average crosses to find entries and exits. We also have a member live stream for that. If you like to get a little bit more info on that. That is a strategy that can be used when we have a very aggressive trend, as we had it here. Yeah. So that was possible to trade and still is with that strategy, but only really when the trend continues in the 3rd wave. It's a strategy that doesn't work so well in a 5th wave. It really works well in the 3rd, but it seems like this 3rd either might be over already or, well, in the blue count, it could still be ongoing. So as long as it's holding 460, that might be a strategy to use. Yeah, but not much more to add. I think everything is set. I think the targets are clear. Support levels are clear. Below $3.14, I would have to take a more bearish perspective on Rune. And I have to assume that it topped just in an A, B, C structure. For now, the local trend is down, and it would take a break above. Let's actually also talk about that. It takes a break above the 50% retracement of the move down to suggest that some kind of a low is in place. It's not very reliable, but it's like the first level to watch for. And that is at $5.82. So a sustained break above 582 would indicate that some kind of a low has been made. But it would look better with one more low here. Okay, that's my update about, about Rune. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You can find the links in the description. There's additional content there every single day. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.